Hello, my dear students. Teacher Jason here, and it's time for our online science class. I hope you and your family stay safe and everything alright with you. I wish you enjoy and have a really good time here with me. So let's dive into our lesson. Okay, in the beginning of our lesson, let's review everything we learned before. Okay, previous lesson's topic was physical properties of materials, right? Physical properties of materials. Repeat after me, please. Physical properties. One more time. Properties of materials. Physical properties of materials. One more time, all together. Physical properties of materials, right? Physical properties of materials. And what we discover, yeah? We know now that different materials have different properties, such as hardness, repeat after me, hardness, elasticity, elasticity, heat conductivity, heat conductivity, and electrical conductivity. We discovered with you everything about hardness, elasticity, and heat conductivity on previous lesson. Let's repeat what is that, all right? So hardness, repeat after me, hardness, hardness, hardness. Hardness is the property of material which tells us how much it can resist scratches, right? Hardness is the property of material which tells us how much it can resist scratches. Do you remember we make activity? We take two different materials and we scratch one to another. And for example, in this picture, if we scratch this material by this, and we see here scratches. So first material is the stronger material than second, yeah, because first can scratch second, all right? So one more time, hardness is the property of material which tell us how much it can resist scratches, yeah, scratches, all right? Next one, repeat after me, elasticity, elasticity. Elasticity is the ability of material to resist an applying force and to return to its original shape when force is removed. So we have some object, yeah, we apply force, yeah, and we apply force on this object, yeah, and it change shape, you see, it change shape. When we stop applying force, and if this object return to its original shape like this, yeah, it means that this object has property of elasticity, yeah. If it stay in the same shape like this when we stop to apply force, it means this object don't have elasticity, yeah, don't have property of elasticity. But if we stop to apply force and it returns to its original shape, it means this object has property of elasticity, right? This object has property of elasticity. Okay, next one, heat conductivity. Repeat after me, heat conductivity. One more time, heat conductivity. Heat conductivity is the property of materials which lets heat pass through them, right? If we have candle or fire and we put some metal, yeah, or other heat conductors, yeah, near the fire, it means it will hot almost everywhere because it lets heat pass through them, yeah. So in this case, metal, it's heat conductor. So if we burn fire and we put our metal near the fire, it means almost all object will be hot because this material lets heat pass through them, and we call this one heat conductor. Okay, conductor. All right, so this is it. This is all we learned in previous lesson. Yeah, we also watched some video about heat conductivity, about elasticity, and about hardness. All right, today we continue our topic, physical properties of materials. Let's repeat one more time our topic. Okay, are you ready? Physical properties of materials. Repeat after me, please. Physical properties of materials. Physical properties of materials. All right? Physical properties of materials. And today we will discover number 4. Property number 4. Fourth property of materials. It's electrical conductivity. Okay? Repeat after me, please. Electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity. Okay, is the property of materials which lets electricity pass through them. It's absolutely the same like heat conductivity, but in this case, our subject is electrical current, electricity. Yeah, and electrical conductivity is the property of materials which lets electricity pass through them. Okay, let's repeat after me. Electrical conductivity is the property of materials which lets electricity pass through them. Okay? Pass through them. Repeat after me. Pass through them. Electrical conductivity is the property of materials which lets electricity pass through them. Okay, I ask you to prepare your copybook. Open your copybook and continue writing in our topic, physical properties of materials, that we already write in our copybook. We continue discover fourth property of material at electric conductivity. Okay, so pause the video, open your copybook, find the topic properties, physical properties of materials, find the way our three different properties: hardness, elasticity, heat conductivity, and continue writing electrical conductivity. Pause the video, write the sentence, please. Electrical conductivity is the property of materials which lets electricity pass through them. All right, write it down in your copybook, and when you finish, please push the play button and we continue our lesson. All right, so I hope you write it down in your copybook correctly, and we continue our lesson. All right, electrical conductivity. Today we will discover electrical conductivity. Okay, so you can write down our topic in your copybook. Open your copybook one more time, please, and write it down. Electrical conductors and insulators. Repeat after me, please. Electrical conductors and insulators. Electrical conductors and insulators. One more time, repeat please after me. Electrical conductors and insulators. Okay, electrical conductors and electrical insulators. All right, before we discover and we will write definition about electrical conductors and insulators, I will ask you to watch one video. Okay, follow the instructions on the video, watch our additional education video, and continue to watch our lesson. So follow the instruction, please. First of all, you pause the video lesson, please. Pause our video lesson. Then click the link and watch video 1. It's appear here on the screen, or you can find the link in description below. And when you finish watching video 1, continue to watch our video lesson, all right? So when you finish, please close that window and come back to our video lesson and continue to watch our video lesson. So I ask you to pause the video now, open video 1, and when you finish with video 1, continue to watch our video lesson, right? So let's do it right now. Pause the video, please. Okay, so I hope you enjoy our electrical conductors and insulators video, and now you can easily identify what is electrical conductors and what is electrical insulators. All right, so let's write a little bit, okay? Open your copybook, prepare your pen, please. Open your copybook and prepare your pen, please. Okay, we will write something. Before we will write, we will repeat after me, okay? So electrical conductors, repeat after me first. Electrical conductors, electrical conductors. One more time, electrical conductors. Okay, definition. Electrical conductors are materials that allow electrical current to pass through them easily. All right, electrical conductors are materials. Repeat after me, are materials that allow electric current to pass through them easily. Right? You see electric current and it pass through them easily. All right? So pause the video, please. Open your copybook and write down the definition of electrical conductor. Electrical conductors are materials that allow electric current to pass through them easily, okay? Pause the video, write down definition in your copybook. When you finish writing, please push the play button and continue our lesson, all right? Okay, electrical conductors are materials that allow electrical current to pass through them easily, all right? Okay, electrical conductors. Metals, all right? Some examples of electrical conductors. Metals, all right? Metals. Repeat after me. Electrical conductors, metals. Okay, column. Repeat after me, please. Silver, silver. Gold, gold. Repeat after me, please. Gold. Aluminium, aluminium. Repeat after me, please. One more time. Aluminium. Copper, copper. Red metal, yeah? All wires, almost all wires in our everyday life made by copper. Copper. Okay, repeat after me. Copper. Let's try one more time from the beginning. Repeat after me. Silver. Silver. Gold. Gold. Aluminium. Aluminium. And copper. Copper. Right? Okay, so pause the video and write all examples of electrical conductors in your copybook, all right? Write it down in your copybook. Electrical conductors, metals, silver, gold, aluminum, and copper. I want you write down this in your copybook, okay? Copy everything from the screen in your copybook, all right? When you finish, please push the play button and we continue our lesson. Okay, now we know electrical conductors, what does it mean, and we know some examples of electrical conductors. Yeah, let's discover what is electrical insulators. Repeat after me, please. Electrical insulators are materials that do not allow electric current to pass through them easily. To pass through them easily. Right? One more time. Electrical insulators are materials that do not allow electric current to pass through them easily. Okay, electrical insulators are materials that do not allow electrical current to pass through them easily. So pause the video, please. Open your copybook, continue writing. Take your pen, please, and continue writing in your copybook. Electrical insulators. Write it down. Electrical insulators are materials that do not allow electric current to pass through them easily. All right? Pause the video, write it down in your copybook. When you finish writing, please push play button and we continue our lesson. All right, now we know that electrical conductor is material that can allow electric current to pass through them easily, and electrical insulators, it's material that do not allow electric current to pass through them easily. Yeah. Right now, let's discover some examples of electrical insulators. All right. So electrical conductors, it's metals, and let's discover electrical insulators. Electrical insulators, plastics, all kind of plastics do not conduct electricity. Yeah. So repeat after me, please. Electrical insulators, plastics, right? Plastics, wood. Repeat after me, please. Wood, glass, glass, rubbers. Yeah. You see on this picture, rubber cover electric wires made of copper. Yeah, inside we have conductor, copper, and outside we cover our conductor by rubbers, electrical insulators. Yeah, rubbers, electrical insulators. They do not allow electrical current pass through them easily. Okay, so pause the video, write down all examples in your copybook, please. Right? Electrical insulators, plastics, wood, glass, rubbers. Right? When you finish, continue our lesson. Right? So now you pause the video and write everything down in your copybook. Right? And we continue our lesson when you finish writing. All right, so okay, so our presentation stage finished, and now we will step into our practice and production part. Now I will ask to prepare your work textbook. Okay, prepare your work textbook and pen, please. Okay, and open page 158. Please open your work textbook on page 158, okay? And find exercise 2 on page 158. So we will study the table below and answer the questions. We will study this table and we will answer 3 questions, all right? So what we have in our table? Here we have 1, 2, 3 columns here, and let's look on first head row. Yeah, first head row. Okay, so observe material. Okay, we have material A and B, B and C, A and C. We have 3 different material: material A, material B, and material C. Okay, we have 3 different material. And after spreading the materials against each other, so we will take material A and we will scratch A by B, then we will scratch B by C, and we will scratch A by C. All right? So, and we will discover which material have scratches and which material no have scratches. Okay, so we take material A and material B. Okay, and we scratch one material against each other. So after that, we can say material B with scratches and material A without scratches. Okay, so how you remember? Yeah, property of hardness. It's the ability of material to resist scratches. Okay, so if we take A and B and we scratch against each other, and if B with scratches and A without scratches, it's mean that A harder than B, all right? A harder than B, all right? So material, we take B and C, and we now know that A harder than B. Now we take B and C, all right? We take B and C and we scratch materials against each other. And again, material B with scratches, but material C no have scratches. We can say material B with scratches is much more weak than material C, because material C without scratches, material C stronger or harder than material B, right? Material C harder than material B, right? And we take A, and we know that A harder than B, and we take C, and we know that C harder than B, all right? And now we will identify which material from A and C harder, okay? The most hardest from A, B, and C, because B weak with C and A. All right, material A and C. We take A and C, we scratch the materials against each other, and we know that C has scratches and A no have any scratches. A no has any scratches, right? So material C weaker than material A, and we can say material A the most hardest, yeah, because material A harder than C and material A harder than B, okay? Material C harder than B, it's mean C it's second, yeah, the hardest, second hardest material, and material B is the most weak, yeah, it's less hard from all materials A, B, C. So this is it. It's mean uh, how we study table. Okay, from this table we can say that material A is the strongest material, the hardest material. Material B the weakest material, the less hard among A, B, and C, and material C, material A the most strongest, material B the weakest, and material C stronger than B, but harder than B, but less harder than A. Okay, we study our table. Okay, now the time to answer the question. Easy, very, very easy for you now after we study our table. Okay, which of materials is strongest? Everybody know that material A is the strongest. Material A, answer. Okay, open your work textbook on page 158 and answer the first question. Which of materials is strongest? We know material A the strongest, yes, because material A left scratches on material C and left scratches on material B, right? So material A is the most strongest or hardest. Which of material is weakest? You know, material A left scratches on C, material A left scratches on B. Okay, so material A is strongest. We have B and C, yeah? Look, we have B and C and we compare already B and C. When we scratch B and C materials against each other, B stay with scratches, right? And C without scratches. C stronger than B, so B the most weakest. Okay, so write down please material B, right? Material B is the weakest. Okay, and answer the question 3. Arrange the materials from strongest to weakest. All right, so we already identified with you that the strongest material is A, the weakest material is B. Arrange the materials from strongest to weakest. So first material we write down materials A, yeah, then second after A, and then the weakest, and we know that the weakest B, so it's easy. Material A C and B, all right? Write it down by yourself from strongest A till weakest B. Arrange A, C, B, all right? So this is it for this exercise. We answer, all right? So I give you answer for first question, you answer second by your own, and I give you half answer of the third question, and you continue writing here, okay? Materials A, second C, yes, and the weakest B, right? I wish you finish this exercise. When you finish, continue watch our lessons, our lesson, right? Okay, so next question, okay? What is next? What is next? Look at the picture and fill in the blanks, all right? So number one, we have some tools here, all right? We have some tools. What is made of? Number one, do you know what is it? What is it? Do you know what is it? Number one, what is material? Material is, tell me please, number one is steel, okay? Steel, metal, iron, you can write whatever you want, okay? Metal or iron or steel, yeah? It's some kind of metal, yeah? Steel or iron is made of steel, yeah? And we know that metals, it's conduct electricity and heat, right? So we write it down here. This material can conduct heat well. So it's heat conductor, right? This material can conduct heat well. And it is called heat conductor. A heat conductor, all right? Heat conductor. Number two, look on number two. On holder here, we have some different material. What is it? We cover our steel or metal or iron. We cover different material, yeah? By different material. We cover our steel by different material. What is it? Number two is made of, what type of material it's made of? It's rubber or plastic, okay? So number two is plastic or rubber, okay? This material, what do you think? It's conduct heat or it's do not conduct heat, okay? What, you remember polymers, they conduct heat or not? This material cannot conduct heat, all right? Cannot conduct heat. And it's called, if it can conduct heat, it's mean heat conductor. If it cannot conduct heat, it's mean it's heat insulator, all right? Repeat after me, a heat insulator, all right? So it's number one, okay? Exercise 3, number 1, all right? So you can pause the video and write it down in your work textbook. Steel, can, a heat conductor, plastic or rubber, cannot conduct heat, and it's heat insulator, all right? When you finish writing, please push the play button and we continue our lesson, okay? So I hope you're writing down. It's written in your work textbook, okay? If you're not writing, please pause the video and write it, okay? Write it down in your work textbook. Okay, next one. Let's dive into our next exercise. So look at the picture. We have wires, yeah? Electrical wires, right? Number one, look at this. What is it? It's made of metal, yeah? What kind of metal is made of? I already told you that almost all electrical wires in our everyday life made of copper, okay? Copper, repeat after me, copper. Number one, made of copper, okay? This material, and answer by your own. Can or cannot conduct electricity? Conduct electricity well. Can or not? Number one, copper, it's metal. What do you think? It can conduct electricity or cannot, all right? Choose one, can or cannot, and write it down here, okay? And it's called, if it can conduct, it's mean electrical conductor, yeah? If it cannot conduct electricity, it's mean electrical insulator, all right? So depend on how you answer and fill the blank here. This material can conduct electricity or cannot conduct electricity. If it can, you write down here, it's called electrical conductor. Electrical conductor. If you think that it cannot conduct electricity, yeah, you write down cannot conduct electricity and it's called electrical insulator, all right? Write it down by your own, okay? All right, number two, what is it? Number two, our copper, yeah, covered by, what is it? It's again plastic or rubber, yeah, we can say it's plastic or rubber. So plastic, yeah, polymer, right? It's covered by polymer, plastic, okay? Number two, yeah, here you see white, red, and what is purple, yeah? It's made of plastic. Tell me, please, this material can conduct electricity or cannot conduct electricity? Okay, if you think that number two, plastic, can conduct electricity, write it down, can. If you think it cannot conduct electricity, write it down, can't, cannot conduct electricity. And depend on your answer. Here you answer, it is called, if it can conduct electricity, it's called electrical conductor. If it's not cannot conduct electricity, it's called electrical insulator. Write it down here, okay? So I explain it so much, okay? I hope you understand it and you can complete this sentence by your own, okay? Every student, I hope you can complete this sentence by your own. If you struggle to complete, please turn back to the beginning of this exercise, listen one more time and answer all these questions, okay? So pause the video, write down everything in your work textbook, okay? Now you work, now you use your brain, you thinking, okay? You on production stage right now, you answer the question, okay? You fill the blanks, okay? When you finish, please play our lesson, okay? And we continue our lesson. All right, I hope you finish with this exercise. Now we open work textbook on page 160, okay? Page 160. Look at the picture and fill in the blanks. Exercise 1, okay? Work textbook, page 160. Open, please. Work textbook on page 160. Exercise 1. We will look at the pictures and fill in the blanks, okay? Picture 1, picture 2. Okay, this object is, what is it? Do you know what is it? How we call this object? Is a watering pot. Repeat after me, please. Watering pot. Watering pot. Watering pot. Yeah? Watering pot. It is made of, what kind of material it's made of? It's made of metal, right? But what kind of metal? We have many different, copper, silver, right? Gold, tin, zinc, many different. And what do you think? It's made of what kind of metal? It's made of aluminium, all right? Aluminium. Repeat after me. Aluminium. Okay, aluminium. It's made of aluminium. Okay, and what kind of metal groups? Material groups. Aluminium is metal. All right. So pause the video. Write down everything in your work textbook. Okay. This object is a watering pot. It's made of aluminium, and material group is metal, right? It's made of metal, but what kind of metal? It's aluminium, right? Write it down in your work textbook. Pause the video. When you finish writing, please continue the video, right? And now we will discover number 2, okay? What is it? Do you know what is it? What is it? What the object is? This object is a water basin. Repeat after me, water basin. Water basin, okay? And the same way like we make with water pot, I will ask you to write it down by your own. Identify what it is made of. It is made of, what is it? What is it? Okay. Yes, I think you know that it's plastic, all right? So write down it's made of plastic and what kind of material group? Material group. So if this one metal, this one plastic, what is it? You answer the material group and write it down. I remind you, we have three material groups: metal, ceramic, and polymer, right? So identify please what material group it is, right? Pause the video, write down everything in your work textbook. Number 2, blank 2 and 3, you write in and fill it by your own. And when you finish, please push the button, play button, and we continue our lesson. All right, let's go now to exercise 2. All right, look at the picture and name the material and property of each object. Then give reasons. All right, so look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns here, and we have here 2 and actually 1 head row. Yeah, head row. And let's discover our table. First object, what is it? Do you know what is it? This one we go nut, yeah. This one, bolt. Repeat after me, bolt. Bolt. Yeah, and second one, what is it? It's nut. Repeat after me, nut. Bolt and nut. Bolt and nut. Okay. Property of material. This bolt and nut made of metal, yeah. And what material and properties of each objects. Property of materials, yeah. Is it hard? Hard or not? Hard or soft? It's hard. So if it's hard, we tick it. Tell me please, bolt and nut, it's elastic or not? Metal has property of elasticity or no have? I think it's no have, yeah? So no, we do not tick. We leave it like it is, all right? Tell me about property of heat conductivity. Conduct heat or not? Metal conduct heat or not? Yes, it's conduct heat. Yeah, metal conductor of heat. Okay, and what about electricity? Is it conduct or not? Metal, all metals conduct electricity, easy, yeah? So metal is conductor of electricity, right? Bolt and nut conduct electricity, okay? Tick it. And reason, what is reason, okay? I give you example, what is reason? They are bolt and nut. They are made of metal because they need to be strong and can conduct heat and electricity well, right? They are made of metal because they need to be strong and can conduct heat and electricity well. All right, now you pause the video, write down everything in your work textbook, okay? Write down everything in your work textbook, okay? So tick it, and write down the reason, okay? Pause the video, write it down. When you finish writing, please continue watch our video lesson. All right, number 2, what is it? Object number 2, what is it? Anybody know what is it? It's wooden chair, but it's a little bit different. We can swing on this wooden chair. So it's called rocking chair. Object number 2, repeat after me, rocking chair. Rocking chair. One more time, rocking chair. Okay, so property of this material, is it hard or soft? Wood is hard, right? So it's sticky. Elastic or not? Not elastic. Conduct heat or not? Wood do not conduct heat. What about conduct electricity? Wood do not conduct electricity. So we answer everything on property of materials. We just tick it hard. Yeah, it's hard. It's not soft. And let's give reason. It's made of wood because it's not easily scratched or burnt, right? It's made of wood because it's not easily scratched or burnt, right? So pause the video, write down everything in your work textbook. When you finish writing, please push the play button and we continue our lesson. Okay, next object, what is it? Object number 3 is rubber gloves. Rubber gloves. Repeat after me, please. Rubber gloves. Rubber gloves. Right? Rubber gloves. Okay. And now you make everything by your own. You identify, please, rubber gloves. Hard or not? Elastic or not? Conduct heat or do not conduct heat? Conduct electricity or do not conduct electricity? If you think that it's hard, tick it. If you think it's soft, do not heat. Do not tick. If you think that rubber gloves have property of elasticity, you tick it. Okay. If you think it's conduct heat, tick it. If you think it's not conduct heat, do not tick. If you think it's conduct electricity, tick it. And if you think it's do not conduct electricity, don't tick it, okay? And reason, these gloves made of rubber because of, and write down reason, okay? Reason, in the same way like we make with rocking chair, yeah? It's made of wood because it's not easily scratched or burned. And like same way we make with bolt and nut. They are made of metal because they need to be strong and can conduct heat and electricity well. So pause the video, please. Tick the right column here, yeah, in property of materials, and answer. Gloves made of rubber because, and give me some reason, okay? When you finish writing, please play the push the play button again and we continue our lesson, all right? All right, good job, everyone. We make so hard work today. Yeah. In conclusion of our lesson, I wish to recap everything we done today. Right. So let's recap everything. All right. Review our lesson. So today we continue with the topic of physical properties of materials. Yeah. Now we know one more properties of material. Before we know hardness, elasticity, heat conductivity. Yeah, and now we know first property is electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity is the property of materials which lets electricity pass through them. Yeah, we also discover with you electrical conductors and insulators. Yeah, electrical conductors are materials that allow electric current to pass through them easily. And electrical conductors, we discover with you some examples of them. It's silver, gold, aluminum, copper, all type of metals, yeah, and so on. And we know that electrical insulators are materials that do not allow electric current to pass through them easily, yeah. And we discover some examples such as plastics, wood, glass, and rubbers, all right? And we make four, just imagine we made 4 exercises with you, yeah? We study the table and answer the question. We look at the pictures and fill blanks, yeah? We look at the pictures and fill blanks one more time on page 160, exercise 1. And we look at the picture and name the material and property of each object, then given, and also we give reason, yeah? So yeah, it's all for today. Thank you very much.
Okay, now our lesson is finished. I hope it was exciting and interesting for you, and I wish to see you soon. All right, so I wish you stay safe with your family at your home, stay home, and see you soon. Okay, bye bye.